We're live. Hey, day two. See if anyone shows up here. Going to be quick, but status update. I think this is going to be the daily. I will go through the actual data, what's happening in real time. So, just to recap, day one, we had one, two, three, six, seven leads came in. Spent $625. Yesterday, two leads came in, and I will give a recap. Today, so far, we're at 3 leads. So 12 leads total have come in. What have we spent total? We've spent, hold on one second. 620 plus 315 plus. Bear with me. $1,475. So divided by our 12 leads. We're at 123 a lead. Not bad. What are we shooting for? Here's what I would consider a success. If our conversion is anywhere at or below 20 leads per contract, we're looking good. So what would we expect to spend before we get actual contract? If our numbers stay consistent at 123, let's just say times 20. So if I were at 2,500, 2,458 is where that would put us. But if I'm under $3,000 a contract, pretty happy with that. Because when we go into a flip, our personal metrics, I'm looking at a 40K minimum profit, or I'm looking at a 12% ROI. So in our market, I think our median price points are somewhere in the $300,000 to $400,000 range. So let's just say, call it 300,000. There are some of the counties we're in that are a little lower, but say we're shooting for a 300,000 average sale price. ARV fixed up product we're bringing to the market. 12% is going to have us at like 36,000. So still in the same ballpark. That's just the comfort level that we have going into a deal right now for our exposure. I am buying these with private lenders, so I also like to know that my lenders are protected, meaning I have a big enough gap between, where I'm buying it, what I'm going to be all in for with our reno, that if for some reason we need to fire sell this thing, I'm not worried necessarily about our profit. I'm more worried about getting my lender paid back with their profit in a timely manner. So that's just where we're comfortable. Now, choosing a market. Couple things that go into this. Not necessarily the ones you'd always think. Because our exit strategy predominantly will be fixing and flipping, I want to go in the most recession-proof asset class, which, in my opinion, that's single-family homes. You're essentially Americana starter home, a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. You find them all over the country. Square footage-wise, they're a very manageable size typically. They're not too big. They're not too small. Whatever happens in the economy, they're not going to fluctuate that much. It's generally speaking, in most of the U.S., you're going to be like, call it 250 to 350K is where we like to play. Will we go a little lower, a little higher in niche neighborhoods with good school districts? Yes, of course we will. The numbers make sense. There has to be demand. So that being said, population, yes, important. I want there to be enough population to have a buyer pool, right? So if I'm going to buy a house and add value and then try and resell it, I have to know that there's demand. And that's actually what I care most about. I care about what is the current inventory. So let me see. It looks like I could share screen here. Where do I get some of this data from? Share screen. What is this? Oh, here we go. All right. This is weird because I can't see myself now, but this is a data provider that we use. If I go into just, say I want to open up Ohio. What am I looking at? I'm looking at, so as an investor trying to get off-market properties, I'm looking at how much total transactions, because I'm trying to get a portion of this market share. Now, I don't know how many other big players are in the market, but I know that I'm trying to get a portion of this market share. If I want to do 10 deals a month, I'm trying to get 5% of the market share in this county. Market strength, median home value, I care about that because this is going to dictate where I'm buying things, where I'm reselling them. Homes sold in last month, median days on market. So this is what I care about. I care most about days on market. And then I'll back that up with inventory. But days on market for me means there's demand there that is outperforming the supply. That's a good thing if I'm going to bring something to market. Where do I start? So Ohio is actually, this is, as a state, really attractive until we start getting, up here. I mean, these are miserable. Oh no, sorry, homes on market. Yeah. Man, I'm not in Ohio, but I gotta say, there is, as long as I'm in a county with a decent market strength, a lot of transactions and a low days on market. I mean, Hamilton, Ohio, what's going on there? All right, so let's actually look at Hamilton, Ohio. I don't know what's going to happen when I do this, but I like Redfin. Let me know if you guys can still see this. Where are we going to go? So that was what, Hamilton, Ohio. So going to Hamilton County, what do we have? For sale, 1,259. And then let's go. So here's what I like about this. I'm kind of confirming my median price point. So we can see where most of the volume is. It's kind of wedged in between here and here. So does this confirm 175 to 275? Let's have a look. Can you guys see that? There's probably no one here, but I'm just talking to myself. But yeah, I mean, that essentially confirms that. They're saying median home value in Hamilton is 234. And then let's go, or here, let's actually use this. So 243 homes in that median price point where I want to play. That's the for sale. Let's look at sold in the last 30 days. And we have 314 homes. So what was my for sale number? So 314 sold. For sale is 243. Love that. We are less than 30 days on market. That is somewhere I'd be interested in. So screen is blacked out. Oh, what's up, Junior? Crap, I'm still trying to figure this out, man. Can you see it now? I think it's just because it was only sharing the one window. But good to know. It's good now? Okay, cool. So maybe what I have to do is, no, that's end. So here, share screen, and then I can get to choose a different window. Where is that? Damn, I got a lot of shit open. Okay, here we go. Can you see this now? And now I can't see you. But I was going into Redfin. What I chose Hamilton, Ohio, because I liked some of the data that they had on the investor score, on the number of transactions, on the median price point, and on the days of inventory. So I'm just confirming a few things. So I went into the for sale. And what I like is on the price, I can see this graph. So I could see that most of the volume on what's for sale is here. I don't play at this price point. I'm going to assume that's land. So I'm not really looking at that, but I'm looking at where the volume mostly is. Where does that put me? 175 to 325, or even probably honing it in a little bit to there, to 275. So I think they were like 243 or something is what they were claiming median price point. So what am I looking at? I care about how much inventory there is. So 243 homes inventory. And then if I switch it over to sold in the last month, 314 sold. So more have sold than there is inventory. That means there's less than 30 days inventory. Love that kind of demand if I'm going into this market to fix and flip. I'm not super concerned fixing and flipping here. Like I said, I like playing median price point. And so let's just say the economy shits the bed, right? In that price point, there's still going to be demand. And realistically, I'm doing cosmetic flips. So I never plan to be exposed in a project for more than 30 days. That's just my model. I will, so I could see you. I will get into, sorry. So exposure wise, right? We're getting into a flip. Literally, I'll have my contractors lined up day after closing and start reno immediately. Goal is to be out of that in 4 weeks, and then call it another week to stage if we need to, photograph, all that kind of stuff, and get it live on the market. So my real exposure is 5 weeks before I'm on the market, because I also go into the deal working with my realtor, putting a price on it and backing that out on like, hey, what's the price to move this thing in a week? And knock on wood, our last 5 flips have all been in contract in the first week. I'm never trying to hit it out of the park on a deal. It's, keep our investors money moving, bring a good product to the market at a price that it needs, and on to the next deal. So, get that cash conversion cycle where the money that we put out comes back in on to the next deal. Just trying to line up the next one for the investor. What market are we testing out? I'm not going to give any details just yet. Not that it's a big secret, but I want to, like I said, we're spending 20 grand a month on marketing right now is what we committed. Realistically, I had a call with another company today. We're probably going to turn that up a little bit. To be honest, I would assume we're going to have a contract in the next 2 weeks. And then hopefully as the pipeline catches up, remember, I'm focusing all on inbound leads. So they tend to convert the fastest. It's someone reaching out, already raised their hand and said, hey, I want to sell. Like, I'm not bothering them through normal outbound channels, which could take like 6 months to convert. They're reaching out to me. We're just qualifying. Hey, do you in fact want to sell? What kind of time frame you're looking at? And then we're just trying to figure out, can we make money on it? So generally speaking, the KPIs we have from our previous market, about 14 days from lead to contract. So if I get anything sooner than that, awesome. If it takes a week or two past that, not super worried, because I know what's going to happen is the KPI will catch up, and then we may get 2 contracts the next and another 2 the next, and it'll balance out to where, like, trying to get to the first goal is get out of contract a week. So that's where we're at. If you missed the beginning, we are, what did I say, 12 leads so far. We're at about $123 per lead is what we spent. I didn't catch you guys up on status of those leads. Had 3 shit leads, but we do have 2 that have real pain and motivation. We're making an offer on 1. The other one, it's just sometimes you get a deal where, that's why I feel confident we'll have a contract in the next 2 weeks. These leads are coming in are decent. Sometimes you get one and this crushes you, right? Because what are we doing as investors? We're problem solvers. And we got someone who's in a position, their job moved them. They have to move. They want to move. There's some financial pain there. They had a 3% interest rate. They have a solar lease. They have things that's killing this deal for us. They also have new constructions down the street selling for $215K for 100 square foot more, which isn't a big difference. But the problem is the developer is offering incentives. So the house that we got is a 10-year-old house, still in good condition, but 10 years deferred maintenance. Like, you're hitting a point where you're going to have to talk about the roof. You're going to have to talk about some mechanicals. It's really hard to compete unless I could come in at a ridiculously low price in a market like that, where the builder new construction inventory with incentives is sitting on the market for, I think the latest one is 48 days on market. There's some stuff that's sitting higher than that. Don't love it. Again, we're always looking at risk to reward. We can't help everybody. This person has, it checks all the boxes, but sometimes you don't want to expose yourself like that. So pretty stoked that we only turned this on Wednesday. We're 3 days in. It's a Friday. Usually our lead flow on Saturday, Sunday, even though, our acquisition rep will still work on Saturday. Sunday, they take off, but they still respond, just letting them know they'll get a call on Mondays. Our lead flow historically always ramps up on a weekend. So I expect, coming next Monday, Tuesday, like we may have a contract or be in a position where we're making some more good offers. We'll see what happens over the weekend. I can't believe I've been talking for 15 minutes, so I'm going to cut this off. Thanks for tuning in. Anyone who watches the recorded version, I'm going to be doing these Monday to Friday live. I'm going to try and stick to 3 o'clock, similar time, every week, just for consistency. But I want to do this for at least the first month. So you guys can see in real time what happens, like how much money you can expect to throw at a market. And as I kind of test these marketing channels and see what's working, I never want to recommend anything that I haven't tested myself. So as soon as I know what's working, I'll let you guys know. And so if you want to implement things yourself, we could talk about all that. But thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. And thanks for getting active in the comments there. I'm figuring out how to use this. I didn't really have a plan going into this, so bear with me. But have an awesome weekend. Thank you.